afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Okay, I have to make sure you guys are awake because the debate was very lively. So I want to continue that before you go and break for lunch. Hopefully my remarks won't be too long. But first and foremost, I'd like to thank you for having us here. On behalf of my colleagues from the U.S. Embassy, we're very excited to be here. My name is Khadija Mahmoud, and so I'm one of the representatives here today with you all at this gathering on behalf of the U.S. Embassy, as this project that Dennis, the team leader, project coordinator, has been working on is something that we've supported and we want to continue to support. And so yesterday we had a chance to speak with some of you to hear about some of the work that you're doing and the conversations that you've been having. So we're very excited to be here. And so I'd like to get to my remarks now. First and foremost, I'd like to acknowledge and thank Dennis. I don't know where he is right now. Maybe he's back there. Dennis back there, thank you. Please join me in giving him a big round of applause. I want to thank him and his team with Youth Empowerment Solutions Uganda, and also thank all of you here. I know many of you are youth leaders, are community organizers, grassroots members, elected officials, youth representatives. Each of you plays a very important role, and we're very grateful that you're here and that you're taking advantage of this program and are working with Dennis and his team. So thank you. So as many of you may know, Uganda is a very young country with the majority of the population under the age of 30. And so the United States government, we strongly believe in the importance of harnessing the potential and the creativity and the energy of the youth. So that's why this program is very important to us. So one of our goals is to support the capacity of civil society organizations and ordinary citizens to advocate within their communities for more inclusive and transparent and accountable institutions. And so we've seen that here today in terms of the debate that you all are engaging in and the different work that you're doing. So the important thing that we want you to know amidst all of this, and Dennis and his team are showing, is that you have agency and you have a voice that matters. And so your efforts matter. We're very excited again to be here today in support of the youth community here in the Sabay region, as this project that Dennis and his team are working on, again, aims to advocate and use potential of the youth towards creating innovative and inclusive efforts to engage in further civic engagement. Dennis and his team, from what we've learned yesterday and today as well, has really created a very unique and comprehensive model that really seeks to engage different members of the community that we've met and heard from through this exciting radio talk show that we've heard of, through these school outreach programs, through these dialogues, bringing different members of the community together. And so we hope that this model that he's created in this community is one that hopefully will reach other parts of Uganda. More importantly, we strongly support how this campaign is seeking to engage women and girls, some who I see in this room, and getting them to realize that they have a critical role to play in their communities as leaders. And so we hope that through this program, as it continues and Dennis and his team reevaluate, we hope that you will continue considering different ways to engage women and girls throughout your efforts. Political apathy and indifference is something that is facing a lot of communities around the world amongst youth. And so the United States is committed to working with Ugandan youth to use their voices and their talents to push for change in their communities. On behalf of the United States government, we are proud to work with you to propel this positive change forward that you want to see in your communities through a number of our initiatives. One of these initiatives was one that started with former US President Barack Obama that was mentioned earlier today. In 2010, you want to give him a round of applause? In which he created this program called the Young African Leaders Initiative. And it's a program that actually Dennis is an alum and graduate of, that we're very proud of, by the way. Big round of applause to Dennis. And so this program aims to support the young leaders across the entire continent and supporting them as they seek to create growth and prosperity, strengthen democratic governance, and enhance peace and security. YALI promotes 3 models: designed to identify and empower the next generation of African leaders. So one program is the Mandela Washington Fellowship. Another is the Yali Network, with all the alum who participated in the program. And then the other program is one that Dennis took part of, which is the regional leadership centers that are opening across Africa. So this is a way in which the US government is working to identify and support the youth and the young leaders of the continent. So just a little bit about Yali in Uganda. So far we've sent almost 100 young Ugandans to the United States over the past few years to engage in different trainings in business, entrepreneurship, public management, and most importantly, civic leadership. And so I tell you this because I hope that moving forward, many of you in this room will try to take advantage of this opportunity and follow in Dennis's footsteps in seeking to learn more, gain more skills, and go back to your communities with those skills and push for initiatives that further promote civic education and engagement. Me personally, I'm someone who also shares the title of being a community organizer and a former grassroots campaign volunteer. So I deeply, deeply admire and support the work that you're doing. I don't know if you can sense this about me, but I'm Somali American. So both my parents are from Somalia, and I grew up in the United States. And so even in my own community, as a Somali, as a woman, as a Muslim, I've worked with grassroots organizers and campaigns to tell them the importance of engaging youth and also engaging people from different communities. So I truly, truly commend Dennis and his team, because what you're doing and the dialogue that you're having, the questions that you're asking, the remarks that you're making, continue doing it, because our communities need this, and this is how we improve, and this is how we move forward. So with all of that said, again, I strongly encourage you all to work with each other at this conference. I know it's only a few days, but after this conference, stay in communication, call each other, work with each other, mentor each other, debate with each other, ask each other questions, and most importantly, hold your elected officials accountable for their actions. And so with that, I want to conclude, and I say thank you so much for listening to me.